This today the topic of discussion is on meditation and its benefits. We all know we are in a system by our master Sri Vedatri Maharishi, who is in front of you in the slide, giving a wonderful philosophy, life techniques for leading a happy life. So in our system, there are very basic fundamentals given by Maharishi to reach common people how to lead a happy life by following the yoga practices. So before jumping into this topic, just let us go with some course on meditation by our scholars. If you see the yoga, there are many scholars all around the world. Not only maybe the slides which I am showing may be from the Indian scholars, but all over the world there was an inquiry about life. The purpose of life was explored by each and every scholars all over the world. So few realized and they experienced and they attained that stage and shared their experiences, giving dedicated their life on their in the world, and gave us a good moral behavior, moral thoughts to achieve this purpose of life. The great Vivekananda, if you see, he is one of the famous scholar. So he was roaming around the world in the young stage. So he's saying meditation means the mind is tuned back upon itself. The mind stops all the thought waves and world stops. Your conscious expands. Every time you meditate, you will keep your growth. So this is how he explained the meditation. On Buddha, there was a question asked to Buddha, what you have gained from meditation? He simply replied, nothing. The word nothing has many meanings. He says again, however, let me tell you what I lost: anger, anxiety, depression, insecurity, fear of old age and death. So meaning that we are gaining something, but by losing the negative things. This is how Buddha explains simple on his preachings. He is also one of the philosophers, Jiddu Krishnamurti, JK. Simply, we call it as JK. He's saying meditation is the action of silence. So silence is one of the technique to do the meditation in a deeper level. Another great philosopher from our nation, Osho, he says meditation will give you a little glimpse, a little taste that the truth is inside you. So by doing meditation, we are finding the truth inside us. That's what he is explaining. Few more quotes. One of the quotes from Ramana Maharishi, there was a question to the master, how to practice meditation. Ramana Maharishi, he replies very simple answers only. He will not go in deep, he is always in silence. So he's answering, keep off thoughts. So the major issue is thought. So he's saying, keep off thoughts. That is the basic for practicing meditation. The yoga master, the founder of Yoga Sutra, Patanjali, he's saying yoga is about stilling the turbulence of consciousness. He's the one found the Yoga Sutra with a lot of steps. Meditation is one of the steps out of 8. Our great Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar, he narrated a poem with this title for the meditation as a tavam. So in one of the poem he says, Tavam seivar tang karumam seivar matrallam avam seivar asayutpattu. So this is his poem on Tamil. Who works, the penance do, There end attain, others in passion's net ensured, toil but vain. So like that, there are many scholars who dedicated their life. Now, our Maharishi, master, his simple quote on meditation, what he's written is a psychic practice of turning the mind inwardly and connecting its sensing ability with the functions of life force existing within the body of man is Kundalini Yoga. So he gives explanation about Kundalini Yoga, connecting with life force. He's the only master connects the philosophy with science. So the modern world, people needs everything with the scientific proof. So he's the only philosopher connecting philosophy and science together, reaching the yoga to a common man for leading a happy life. Now let us go deep on this subject with some basics about meditation. Then we will go on the benefits. So in our system, what the basic meditation definition, understanding about meditation is, it is a process of living in constant awareness. See the word constant awareness, because we are not in the sleep state. When you sleep, you are not in awareness. So meditation is not in sleep, it is in an awareness state. Exercising mastery over the senses, the second definition, with due consideration regarding the well-being of self and others. Here the service comes to in place, starting with self and to the others. The due to the society is explained, and the aim of serving the purpose of one's birth. So the purpose of birth has to be known, and we have to focus to work on the purpose of life, serving self and others, mastering the senses with a constant awareness. That's how the meditation is explained. Another explanation is, it is the practice of focusing the mind on the life energies. It is not a mere practice, it is an accomplishment. So life energy means this meditation is experienced by the humanity, the human, very common man, anybody. There is nothing, only one person can achieve this. It's not like that. Whoever has the life force circulating, so he can do this practice and get this benefits by doing meditation. There is no limit for that. Now, the realization of the divine. Our human life, we all know it's a journey towards the absolute. That is the ultimate goal. God realization is the purpose of life. That goal we have to put in deep in our mind, so we know the importance of the divine realization. The purpose of spiritual life is explained here. Again, the journey towards God realization, the journey towards self-realization. The technique is meditation. Meditation is important for this God realization as well as eradication of our sin imprints. Because our birth is basically because of the sin imprints. To clear the imprints, we came into this wonderful world. So we have to work towards this eradication of our imprints. There are variety of imprints that we all discussed in many sessions. So by doing meditation and other techniques, following the sky techniques, we will achieve the purpose of spiritual life. Maharishi gave a wonderful life science with the name of Sky Kundalini Yoga. It has 4 parts, major parts. One is meditation. The next level of this journey is introspection. The third one is by introspection, our character becomes cleared. So that is the process of sublimation. After sublimation, the 4th stage of realization will come into picture. So this is how he divided the whole life science into 4 parts with different practical techniques for the human to follow. In the eradication of imprints, what is happening? It enhances the wisdom. So we are very close with the nature. We are able to realize the nature, its pleasure, and what is the contentment from it. That all we are enjoying. So we are linked with the nature by doing this process. The results of imprints, as we all know, it has 2 imprints, 2 results. One is the physical ailments that everybody face during the course of living, and the blemishes in the soul. So our soul is also having a lot of blemishes because of the imprints. So these 2, every human facing these challenges in their life. To come out of this 2 imprints, the results of these 2 imprints, we have to follow certain techniques. This is meditation is one of the technique to come out of these imprints. Improving the quality of thoughts and deeds. So the basics start with our thoughts and deeds, because whatever you do action, the fundamental is start with a thought. The thought become deed, then it becomes action. So the first origin of our any action is the thought. So there are steps given. Realize the fact. Do the good alone, ignore the rest. These are the very basic fundamental things for improving the quality of our thoughts. Understand the fact and realize. So by realizing, we know what is good, what is bad. So do the good alone and ignore the rest. Very simple technique. Ulladai unardal, nalladai chedal, alladai vidal. He gives in a very simple quote in Tamil. I am just sharing in Tamil, but this is the one we are trying to share in English. Now, let us go the benefits of meditation. When you say meditation, our Maharishi gave 9 kind of meditation, but I'm not going to explain all in deep. I'm going to touch only the very basic 4 fundamental meditations and about its benefits. The others are special meditation techniques. Each and every meditation has its own benefits. The one we are going to discuss is now the common benefits about meditation. When you do meditation, what happens? The mind becomes tranquil. The other benefits are the memory. The brain cells, the neurons get activated because there are chakras, what we say as energy glands, ductless glands in our body. Within our body, there are ductless endocrine glands, which we call it as a chakras. The chakras which are on the brain are pineal and pituitary gland. Those 2 glands are the master glands, which helps for the memory, concentration, the integrity and values to improve. So we are working on those chakras during meditation. Avoids wastage of life energy. As life energy is the one which is the driving factor for the function of body and mind. So by doing meditation, we are avoiding the wastage of life energy. The temperaments are controlled. So we will come to know what are those temperaments, how it is getting controlled. The mind temperaments are being controlled. Meditation on the life energy. No other master will tell you when you say meditation where you are doing, what you are doing. They say different techniques, but only our master start preaching with the name of life energy. So when you say life energy, life force, then you can feel with the different techniques. Even during Diksha and other courses, we used to show how life energy can be experienced by doing some simple practices. So Life energy, when you focus on life energy, you are able to realize your energy as a kind of power within you. The mind becomes calm and tranquil, devoid of all thoughts during meditation, when you focus on life energy. Because the life energy is the one transformed into mind. So when we say mind, it is nothing but our life energy. That's how it is getting connected. The life energy is the ideal point to meditate upon. That's why we are focusing on life energy. Meditating on the life force is a form of God worship. So ultimately, when you want to realize God, you need a tool to connect the God. So when you expand, you are in the universe, but in a small body. How you realize the God worship? It is by realizing your own life force. So meditation focus on the life force in the form of God worship. The Kundalini practice, what we say in the meditation, that is the only way to achieve and regulate the mind waves. When we say mind waves, mind has the frequency that we all discussed in many sessions. So to regulate the mind waves to the subtle state, to the divine realization, we have to come to the deeper level. The lowering the mind frequency will help. So that practice is achieved through Kundalini Yoga. The practice of Kundalini Yoga has to be learned under the guidance of an experienced master. So this is also every master used to say, yoga is not something you do like exercise which you do in the gym kind of thing. It is mastering our body and mind, connecting, aligning our mind. So it has to be taught through a master. If you do start practicing on your own, the effects maybe lead you to some other level. So a master guidance will always help to go a right way of achieving this journey in a successful way. Now, let us jump on stages of meditation. There are very four basic meditation Maharishi used to share. Start with Agna. The basic meditation in sky system started with Agna, followed by Shanthi meditation. Then we have a Thuriya meditation. The next level is the Thuriyatheeta meditation. These are the very basic meditation in the Kundalini Yoga. There are other meditations which you can see here, Panchendriya, that on senses, 5 senses. The Indriya means the senses. Then Panchabhuta Navagraha meditation. It is with the 5 elements and all 9 planets. We are getting in alignment with all those bhutas and 9 planets and getting benefit out of those things. Because we are connected with nature. So when you do practice with your Indriya and the other 5 elements, so you are getting benefited with those things. The next one is the 9 center meditation, that is on the chakras. The chakras in our body, and we are connecting to the universe level, then to the absolute space, that meditation. The next one is the Nityananda meditation. It is raising your life energy to have more energy on your body. For the life energy to improve, we are using Nityananda meditation. The last one is the divine state meditation. It's a wonderful meditation with a song. Maharishi narrates how to realize that divinity with a different state, starting with how the things are evolved, the evolution of the non-living things to living things. Everything will be explained in a simple poem. Then at last it will be, we connect with the divinity. So This is how all other special meditations are conducted. But the basic meditation, the four, is itself is enough for the man to get this benefits out of sky system. So let's start with the Agna meditation, what it is. So when a new aspirant comes to our system, we start giving explanation about meditation, how it is working. So the first stage of meditation given to the aspirant is the Agna, feeling the presence of life energy between the eyebrows after it has been raised from the Mooladhara. See, the energy is centered at one place, that is called Mooladhara. It's a sexual gland where the life energy and the magnetic and our sexual vital energy all centered at one place. We call it as a Mooladhara. So everybody has this energy, but nobody realizes it is dormant inside. And when a master helps to transfer this energy to a next level, that is the pituitary gland in between the eyebrows, we call it as Agna. This is given by a master by touch. That is called Sparisa Deeksha. The process of raising the life energy from the Mooladhara is called Sparisa Deeksha. We touch and transfer the energy. So once you move to the upper level, from lower level to upper level, then anybody can start practicing on those chakra and realize the life energy at those points. Maneuver of the temperaments. As we explained before, meditation provides the mastery over five senses. The Agna, by doing Agna, because it is one of the master gland in all the endocrine glands, the six evil temperaments are overcome. So what are those six? The temperaments, when we say it, I will explain you in the next slide. These are the six temperaments: the greed, anger, miserliness, immoral sexual passion, vanity, and vengeance. So these six are pulling down man not to follow the spiritual journey. So when you start practicing on Agna, the first chakra, the master gland, pituitary, then this temperamental will be transferred into the greed becomes contentment, the anger becomes tolerance, miserliness becomes philanthropy, the immoral sexual passions change to chastity, vanity becomes parity, and the vengeance becomes forgiveness. So we are transferring the negative into a positive way by start practicing this yogas. Now we'll go the meditations of Agna one by one. It overcomes the attachment to material things. So every human has this attachment in the material world. So it helps to detach yourself from the material thing and move towards the spiritual path. Self-realizations become possible. So you start think inside, diving in. So the divine is realized by doing this practice. Develop the ability to treat the right path. So you know the path where to go, and you develop your ability to go on that path. The constant awareness grows. So by keeping your life energy focused on Agna, so you are always in the awareness state. So that practice will help to be in awareness all the time. Gains mastery over the senses. It used to happen. Everybody is become sense because of the life. We used to follow our sensory needs, but by doing Agna, we control the mind, control the senses, and mind becomes a master, not the senses. Then the imprints of Akamya Karma are eradicated. The karma imprints, there are three types of karma imprints, the Akamya and Prarabdha and Sanchita. Akamya is the one what we think and do in the current world by our own interests. So this Akamya imprints are eradicated by keeping our mind in Agna. The next one is the Shanthi meditation. The life energy is brought back to the Mooladhara from the Agna Chakra. So this meditation is the other way of practicing, because the life energy was there as dormant in the Mooladhara Chakra. We already explained. The same energy we transferred to Agna. But here we are again reversing the same energy from Agna to Mooladhara and focusing energy there itself, on the Mooladhara Chakra itself. Reduces the intensity of energy and provides tranquility. So this is one of the technique. You may not find this Shanti Yoga in many of the yoga system, because doing Kundalini Yoga in earlier days, there was a thought of following yoga may divert the family life. You may not be able to continue. Lot of disturbances will happen. It may not be common to all people. But by experiencing this, Maharishi learned this technique from one of the famous master. Then he started practice on his own, and he introduced this Shanti Yoga practice. Now, the yoga is not that difficult. If you start following this particular step as Shanti Yoga, you are in control. Like when you are driving a car, when you are speeding, then if there is a disturbance, you need to stop, correct? This is that kind of things. When you want to stop, you have to apply a brake. So even you are in a spiritual journey, you are focusing on your life force, you need a control. Otherwise, it is connecting your mind and body. So whichever imbalance, it has to be controlled by some practice. So Shanti is one of that technique. How it is doing, the spiritual energy is converted into physical energy. So whatever we gain as a spiritual energy by doing Shanti Yoga, it becomes converted into a physical energy to the body. So whoever the interest showing on research on earth, because it is connected to the element earth, so it helps for those research connected with the earth by doing Shanti meditation. It balances the energy level in the body. So most of the issues in the body becomes the imbalance in the circulations, whatever the basic circulations within the body. So practicing Shanti Yoga balances the those energy levels, helps to transform the spiritual energy into physical energy, as I said before. So whenever you need, if you are not comfortable in a higher level meditation, your body, mind is not aligning, then simple, best meditation is the Shanti meditation. I personally experienced this meditation for clearing some of the very simple, like a fever or a migraine kind of thing. So you can by doing Shanti meditation, you can easily come out of this without any pills or medicines, medical support. The next is the Thuriya meditation. So Thuriya meditation is another stage of meditation. Once they mastered on Agna Shanti, this was taught to a new aspirant, overcomes over a period. It is another chakra meditation on our body, which is called the crown chakra on our head. The other name of this chakra is called Brahmarandra. You can say 1,000 petals. How lotus has 1,000 petals looks like, it is that kind of thing. Brahmarandra chakra, the crown chakra, that is the chakra called Thuriya. So our focus is on that is the pineal gland. The endocrine philosophy, that is the pineal gland. The benefits of Thuriya meditation is ideal for eradication of imprints in the soul. So it also helps, as we explained in earlier slide, it clears the imprints. So this imprints is the Prarabdha Karma, whatever we did from the age we born until to this stage, whatever we did, that will be cleared by doing this meditation. This chakra is the one of the chakra for the gateway of divine, because want to realize divinity, if you want to see going a temple, first the gate has to be open, then only you can enter into it and see the God, correct? So likewise, in the spiritual journey, want to see a divinity, realize the gateway to the divinity is the Thuriya chakra. Auto suggestions and blessings become more effective in this chakra. So what do you want? You can focus on Thuriya. Your daily routines, you can put your energy, life, mind focused on Thuriya and do all your acts. Then the art, whatever you think, it is going to happen, or what to happen that you will think. So that kind of practice will come by doing this Thuriya meditation. It is very more effective when you start practicing. And for the blessings, is to bless at the end of meditation, correct? So any auto suggestion or blessings to you or self, family, or others, even for the world, peace, your focus is on Thuriya. So Thuriyam will help for getting this effective auto suggestion and your blessings. Mind becomes stronger and subtler. Emotions cannot overcome the mind easily. So you are controlled. No emotions will not act on you. So you will be controlled on the emotions because of the subtler state of mind. As I told, the imprints of Prarabdha Karma is eradicated by doing this meditation. The next one is the Thuriyatheeta meditation. The fourth one, it is the ultimate stage in our Kundalini meditation, taught by our master. It is the state of union of Jiva and Brahma, the state of Samadhi, the homecoming of the wandering soul. So our soul is wandering for achieving this Samadhi state. The Samam plus Adi, we call it as Samadhi, means merging with the divine. The Adi means the origin. So where from you come, so we are getting into that state. The union of Jiva and Brahma is the Thuriyatheeta state. It is called a Jnana Deeksha by a master. It comes after you practice the Thuriya meditation. What happens in this meditation is the consciousness expands to encompass the entire universe and then travels beyond it to become one with the divine state. So it is not a straightforward jump we do from Thuriya to Thuriyatheeta. There are stages we travel. It's a kind of journey. So we start with steps. Dvada Sangha is one step, and then we follow moon, sun. Finally, we observe, meditate on the universe. So when you say universe, the universal field, all the energy state will be experienced. So it will come in the next slide. Then finally, the divine state, the absolute space will be experienced. So it is a wonderful experience by doing this meditation after you practice of stage level 3 of Thuriya, then this will be taught. So like this, when you are practicing, these stages are explained, Dvada Sangha, 1 feet above the crown chakra, then we use the path, moon, sun, then the universal field. Finally, the absolute space will be realized. So it is by a realization by thought. So it's called Jnana Deeksha. So what is happening? Relationship with universal magnetism. In this meditation, we are connecting with the universal magnetism. we connect ourselves. So it will help for the mind expansion effortlessly. When we do other meditation like Agna, Shanthi, we are focused. Mind is focused inside. But when we start practicing on universal meditation and Thuriyatheeta, our mind start expanding. So both is happening with the mind. Contraction and expansion is happening in different stages. So this is a kind of expansion happening effortlessly. Merging into the absolute space, expanding beyond the limits of the universe to become one with the static state of meditation. We call it as Sivakalam, but that is the one explained. The absolute space, we call it as the gravity, was explained as the other name as Sivakalam. Universe and matter. The Maharishi's quote, he who is known as God in the cosmic is called the life force in the living being. It's a very good explanation about what you see as God in the cosmic, that is the life force in the living being. So by knowing this definition, understanding, so we know everybody has the divinity within them. So we should treat them with that respect as a divinity. The divine is also there. The equality, treating them equally, taking them, helping. Everything will come into practice when you start realizing this fundamental definition from Maharishi. The absolute space is totality and the life energy is its fraction. So the totality and fraction is explained here. When you say space, that is the totality. The life energy within us is called fraction. So fraction always demands totality, starts supplies. That's how it works. Absolute space is vast, the macrocosm. The life energy particles are the minute, the microcosm. So between micro, macro, the connection happen. So that's how we are getting connected with the divine. Now, few slides about frequencies, how the meditations related with frequencies. The subtle frequencies explained here. The frequencies of the mind waves come to very subtle level with when the consciousness become one with the divine state during Thuriyatheeta meditation. The ecstasy. This secret of the universe are laid bare before us in the form of inner visions during deep meditation. So when you go deep in the meditations, whatever your visions, inner visions, it will open up. The secrets of the universe will be understood by having the deep meditation. It can happen any place or any time. That is the feel of ecstasy. So when you master in Thuriyatheeta meditation, the ultimate ecstasy will be explored, experienced. In the Agna, the frequency of mind waves in the stage of 8 to 13 cycles, that is the alpha state in the Agna, we feel it as a pressure at the point between eyebrows. In Thuriya, the crown of the head, the frequency of the mind waves becomes 4 to 7 cycles. It's a theta stage. The pressure sensations vanishes. So it is one with the life force. We don't see mind and life force as a two. It becomes one. So there is no pressure sensation when you meditate on Thuriya. The mind frequency is at the level of 4 to 7 at this stage, theta stage. The other stages, the focus, Dwadasang, moon, sun, we focus on the point 1 feet above the head or outside of body. So after moving, followed by sun, we expand. The expansion happen in the universal field. The universe is densely packed with life particles, life energy particles. So when the galaxy, whatever you are in the living small earth, but when you expand, the whole cosmic universe will be experienced by expanding your mind. With this expansion, you can explore, encompass the entire universe by doing this practice. Then the absolute space, the truth, the dark matter, what exactly Maharishi wants to achieve, the Thuriyatheeta state, ultimate meditation by having this expansion happening on the manifested universe. When you go beyond the manifested universe, you can feel the absolute space. So it is the limitless space. We call it as Thuriyatheeta, the name of that stage. Maharishi explained this Thuriyatheeta as when all the thoughts merge with the divine state and the mind is filled with awareness and peace, the realization that the self is nothing but the divine state dawns. This is how Maharishi explained the stage of Thuriyatheeta. Benefits of Thuriyatheeta, we can summarize: the mind merges with the divine, perfection is attained, the sin imprints are dissolved. That is the Sanchita Karma. Here, the Sanchita Karma is the bag full of karma what we receive from our birth before, because we have a chain of birth. So whatever we received, collected as a bag of karmas, that is called Sanchita. That we can eradicate. That is the ultimate thing we need to focus. So this is possible by doing practice of Thuriyatheeta. The ego, illusion, and the imprints are eradicated totally. Thirikala Gnana develops, perspicacity grows. The Thirikala Gnana is the three stages before the current and what will happen to the future. So all three will be connected, and we can think and work out. The perspicacity is also another personality of the consciousness that also grows. So summarizing this, I think we completed all the 4 stages of meditation, and I hope we discussed everything about meditation. I am closing with this thought: this benefits of meditation will really help you to love and start practice the same technique by you with the help of masters. So share this with your friends. Use this technique applying in your life, daily life, routine life, whichever way convenient to you. So the path of spiritual journey is easily achievable to all.